Ruslan.
This is a question from Truther from our Patreon community. He says, how open-minded have your peers at ESPN or Fox have been to your expressions of faith? And why do other people of faith in these spaces seem not to express it more from these platforms like you have over the years?
Man, people have been cool. Obviously, a lot of people disagree with me, but I speak because I speak a lot on this when I visit churches and stuff. And one thing I say is, look, when you stand up for Christ, and just being a believer in the workplace, in the marketplace, whatever your field of endeavor may be, if you're gonna stand up for Christ and let it be known that you're a Christian, and I don't recommend running in there with a Bible and beating, people over the head with your faith. You see me on television all the time. I don't do that. But when the doors open, I share my faith. I'm unashamed of it, basically.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it comes up at times, and this is who I am, just like you're who you are. But what I say to Christians is, look, if you're going to let it be known that you're a Christian and stand up for your faith, then you need to live it. Okay? I have no doubt in my mind. Now, nobody told me this, but I have no doubt in my mind that had I been at ESPN at that time and I'm up there on campus and I'm sleeping around with people on campus, makeup girls while I'm married, and I'm cursing all the time, I'm getting drunk, I'm getting high, but yet I'm proclaiming Jesus and all that, I think I would have been fired. Because I think I would have been viewed as a hypocrite who uses religion to promote or cover his bigoted views.
Come on.
But yet, because of my walk, and I'm not saying I'm perfect, but, I'm not up there doing those things. People know I'm committed. I'm faithful to my wife. You don't hear me cursing and getting drunk and things like that. They recognize, look, we may disagree with him.
Yeah.
But this is who he is. This is diversity. This is his belief. This is his faith. And he's sincere in it. One person told me, who's very famous, and people would know him if I mentioned his name, but I won't. He told me, and we're friends. We've been friends for over 20 years. And he told me that some of the executives at ESPN went to him and talked to him about me in this situation. And he said, look, Chris is sincere. Chris lives what he proclaims. And he said Chris was calling me out. He's not a homosexual, but he was saying, look, Chris called out, various sexual sins as the Bible describes them. And he was like, he's calling me out. I go to church, but I'm out sleeping around, and he was calling me out too. And so because I lived my faith in the workplace, I think that protects you. And so I would suggest to Christians, live your faith out. Don't be hypocrite. I mean, we're called to do that anyway. It's not like we're putting extra burdens on you, but live out your faith. And look, we're a pluralistic society. And Christians need to state this. So we're going to disagree, not just on issues of sexuality or race or religion. We're going to disagree about a number of things. But we're a pluralistic society, and we have to find a way to make room for all of these different viewpoints, whatever it may be.
Come on. I love that. And I think another thing I would say is you, Chris, have always been known by what you're for and the work you do with your nonprofit and the posture you have towards people, and not just what you're against. I also think that's helped you because this is not this is one story of your entire career, and the vast majority of your career. I've always known you as just an unapologetic follower of Jesus. You've always been supportive of Christian hip hop. You've always been supportive of nonprofits and different charities. So I think that's also a distinction, is like, you're not the guy that's like, yeah, this one thing is terrible, it's bad, it's terrible. Like, no. Like, this is like, they asked you, you shared what your position is, you kept it moving, and then you transitioned from ESPN to Fox. But from my understanding, that wasn't even a bad situation. Like, your contract just kind of expired with ESPN. There was no hostility, and you just moved on to Fox and continued doing what you were doing.
Yeah, I moved on to Fox Sports in 2016, and my contract had expired. ESPN did offer me another contract, So I could have stayed at ESPN. Now they did want me. They wanted me strictly in a reporter's role. So I would do sideline reporting. I would be on SportsCenter just, talking about things going on in the NBA. They didn't want me to do any commentary. So they didn't want me on anymore because I used to be a mainstay on First Take before Stephen A, took over and joined Skip Bayless, and they were doing it until Skip went to Fox. And I would be on First Take where, again, your opinions coming up and your personal views may come out. And so they didn't want me anymore to be in roles like that. And so I think that definitely was a reaction to, the things that had happened in 2013. But so they wanted me as a reporter. Fox Sports wanted me more as a commentator and opinionist. And so I like that role better. I was ready to move on from being a reporter to moving on to that role. So that's why I left. It had nothing to do with what happened back in 2013. I have no problems whatsoever with ESPN. Still in touch with some of the people there. So, no, it was nothing untoward or anything. It was just a move I wanted to make for my career. And I'm happy with it. And the interesting thing, not interesting, it's not surprising, but that topic doesn't even come up. I have not discussed that topic on Fox. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to come up. So even ESPN's apprehension about letting me be on the air or talking about certain things is somewhat unfounded. While I was at ESPN, after that, I'd been on shows with athletes who were openly gay, and they talked about it, and we didn't, it was fine. It was no big deal, no issue. Yep. But I think it was something that I think ESPN was a little worried about it. They never, like I said, it didn't become a big deal. But I thought they were worried that, Chris is going to speak his mind, and if this topic comes up, it could be controversial.
I think what we say and what we stand on is just as important a lot of times with how we say these things. And so if you're going to say a hard truth, how you say it is just as important as what you're going to say. And I think that's been indicative of you just being shrewd talking about some of these heavier topics.
Kingstream Entertainment, Ruslan.
Hey, thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. If you found it valuable, please consider giving it a like and subscribing. You can check out one of the other videos related to this that'll be over here. Now, I gotta tell you about a free training I have for anyone that is an entrepreneur, a creative, an artist, but maybe you are unsure on how to find your voice, how to find your niche. I have a free training in the description of this video. Check it out. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you on the next video.